Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you. I just finished watching TNA Impact. I don't even know what today is. Today's Thursday, December 26th. Main event of this show is honestly going to be, I guess you can say, AJ Styles signing his new contract with Hulk Hogan and Dixie Carter. I can't honestly hide this. I watched this show, and I had a mini little rant, and you can hear that little noise thing. That's Miguel texting me when his little texts pop up on my computer through iMessage. But I told him that I was too scared. This is going to be a mix of my Impact review from this week and just talking about the spoilers from next week, because we were talking about what's going to happen with the X Division situation and then what happens with Hulk Hogan. I think the words that he just put up on Twitter, TNA twisting the knife inside of my trip, is honestly 100% true. I went on this trip to go to TNA Bound for Glory in order to meet Hulk Hogan. And the news came out last week that Hulk's deal ended on October 1st, with today being the 26th. They did these tapings in Little Rock, Arkansas. And the storyline of this show came down to Dixie Carter giving him an ultimatum to either get on Team Dixie or to get off. And basically, fuck it all. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't even know. I had a glimmer of hope that even with the news that came out last week, I was going to be able to meet Hulk Hogan. But I'm pissed right now. I mean, like, I understand that they didn't put it on there, that it was, you were going to get a chance to meet Hulk Hogan when you bought the package and everything like that. But honestly, that was the one reason why I went. And when it comes down to next week, Hogan's going to quit the company, which isn't the death of Hogan. I mean, like, he could sign some sort of a contract deal, show up at the show, and because he's pissed at Dixie, he could either help Dixie and join Team Dixie by helping AJ lose, or he could just help AJ win to screw Dixie even a little bit more. He becomes the champion. He doesn't have a contract. Hogan tried to give him a contract, so now it's Dixie's fault that she dropped the ball, that she didn't want to give him a deal, and she doesn't have a champion anymore. Does that recreate 2011 with CM Punk? No. People like this Dixie Carter thing. I don't know. I watched her promo this week. It just, her tone does get to me. It does piss me off. But it's not the kind of pissing me off that makes me want to keep going. It's the kind of pissing me off that just hurry up and end this shit, because I don't want to watch it anymore. And I don't want to miss the big thing. Just get to the big thing. I mean, like, that's 100% way to get down to it. I don't know, dude. Like, some people really, really like this. I don't know. I thought this AJ Styles storyline, when it first started with him, turning heel after he didn't get after he lost the match last year to James Storm and Robert Roode, and he wasn't going to get a title shot for the whole year. I thought that whole year he was going to coast through, and he was going to be that guy that sort of was on the fringe if he was with Aces and Eights and not. And with Kurt Angle's substance abuse problem, I guess you could say, and him having to go to rehab, they had to pull the trigger and they had to fix it. It wasn't where I thought they would get him, but in the long run, they do have the storyline that they were probably going to run anyways. They just had to, fill a little gap in along the way. Shit. What the fuck are they going to do without Hulk Hogan, and what am I not going to do without him? I'm going to stick with my plans. I'm definitely going to go. It's not like I'm not going to. But, damn, this sucks if I don't get to meet him. They had a good fucking show tonight for the most part. There was only one thing that I wanted to fast forward, but I couldn't fast forward for the one part of it was early on in the show, and if I would have used my fast forward there, I wouldn't have enough time built up. The show started at 9. I started watching it about 9:30 because I watched PTI before it, just because I could save some fast forward time. But it started out with a Joseph Park and Eric Young, ODB, teaming up, going against the Bromance team and Gail Kim. I'm guessing the Gail Kim and ODB is going to be a match of the pay-per-view. Hopefully Joseph Park won't be on this show for Bound for Glory. I was really, really excited. I should have started this out because this is what I was thinking about before I watched the show. I was really excited for this episode of Impact. For the one part is, there's this taping, that's the live show, the next week's show, and then there's another taping, and then that's it. Basically they're going to be putting Bound for Glory on the card, shaping it out. You should be able to pick out which matches is going to happen, just because they're not going to waste TV time right now, sort of like when you're watching Raw and SmackDown before WrestleMania. They're not going to put some Joker Jobber match out there because they only have so much TV time, even though it seems like a huge show, to build these big killer matches that are coming along the way. You're not going to have two scrubs out there. Everything on the show is going to be telling a story to get to the point. But, it was honestly a little bit of a fun match. There was one point when ODB was in the ring with Robbie E, and you're like, oh shit, there's a guy in the ring, and there's a girl in the ring, what's going to happen? But in the long run, ODB made Robbie E motorboater, and they're right there in the middle of the ring, and for some reason, Robbie E sold it like he got hit in the face with a ton of bricks. I'd be selling it all right. That's what I'm saying. Good God, that would have been awesome. I can't wait to meet ODB at that fan access, whatever the hell, fan interaction at Bound for Glory. She's one of my top people that I want to meet since her appearance on the Art of Wrestling. She's a real good story, and she seems like she'd be a real cool chick to meet. Austin Aries was doing a promo inside of the ring, basically just saying how big of a star he is and how big last year was for him. It was interrupted by Kenny King. Kenny King and Austin Aries basically had an impromptu match, and it was fucking awesome. Kenny King was busted open over his left eye, almost over his whole head. He was covered in blood. But the match was honestly very, very good. And like I was saying earlier, I was trying to put together what the Bound for Glory card was going to be. And I was thinking, if this match is going to be on the show, it's going to be fucking awesome. Because this match was an impromptu match. It was only about 5 minutes. And if they give these guys some time, both these guys with a Ring of Honor background are going to deliver a damn good match. Austin Aries doesn't get to, come out there. I know this isn't WrestleMania, but it is TNA's WrestleMania. And he's going to make sure that these big shows, he's going to be the guy that you're thinking about in the long run. He's always going to have one of the greatest matches on the entire card. But then in the long run, you have Manic, who put his title up on the line against Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin's pulling the Ultimate Heel. He's throwing Velvet Sky around. I don't know if Velvet Sky is going to turn into the Ultimate Heel here, or she's selling it like she can't believe what's going on, but she wants to stand by her man. There was a fake knee injury, this, that, and the other, but Manic ended up getting the win. Next week, they ended up turning this into a 4-way. Even though they came out and told us that it was Hulk Hogan and Dixie, and they said that we are listening to the fans. We know that you don't like the X Division matches all being 3-ways. We're going to make them all singles. And here it is less than a month later, and we have a 4-way at the pay-per-view. You just told us that all the X Division matches were going to be singles. I know that this is your WrestleMania, this is your Bound for Glory, and you want to get as many guys on there as you can. Kenny King hasn't been on TV in a month, and nobody's missed him. I love the guy. When he was in ANX, I couldn't get enough of any of his matches. I don't think they put out an ANX best of from ROH, but if they did, it's money. I would want to have it. And I don't even honestly think TNA needs him. I think it was one of the biggest mistakes he ever made. He was X Division champion for a good little while, but I'm sure the money can't be better than Ring of Honor, because as a company, TNA is barely using him. You had the Main Event Mafia come out. They took on Aces and Eights in a, what was it, a 3-on-3 match? Yeah, it was 3-on-3. And if somebody got pinned from Aces and Eights, somebody was getting kicked out of the groove. Briscoe, who is my favorite guy inside Aces and Eights minus Bully Ray, He took the pin. He ended up getting beat up and getting dropped out of the group. They're not even a group anymore. I mean, like, it's Bully Ray, Nux, who should have been the guy who kicked out of this a long time ago. He's better than Doc. He's better than Anderson. No, wait a minute. Well, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. But just, you gotta kick Nux out of the fucking group. Why he's still there, I don't know. He's not really intimidating. He is the biggest guy of the group. He's never really done anything to really help Bully Ray out. And, Briscoe and Patterson, not Patterson, fuck, I'm all pissed off for the Hogan thing. I apologize. But, okay, it's Wes Briscoe, and then you got Bischoff's kid. They are the young guys of this group. And they might not be the future, but they are the only future that they're pumping out there on TV that you can get behind and see. I think that Briscoe is one hell of a good wrestler. I don't know why WWE got rid of this guy. Maybe they just thought in the long run they weren't going to do anything with him, and it probably would have been better to just go somewhere else so he could become the biggest star he could, because they weren't going to be able to do it themselves because they just didn't want to. And even if he went to TNA, he went to New Japan, went somewhere like that, he can be putting more money in his pocket and help him in the long run. But he's out of the group. They're not even a group anymore. They're fucking 3 guys standing around. I think they're teasing towards if Magnus is going to turn at the pay-per-view. I don't know if he'll actually join Ace and Eights. It'd be pretty stupid if he did, but I think he definitely is going to be heel. Maybe they'll just do Dixie and Bully Ray as a group. Maybe that's what the group's going to be. Maybe that's going to be Team Dixie. Maybe he's just going to leave there and he'll go straight there. I don't know. But Ace and Eights, you might as well be dead. It's just fucking stupid. No clue. But, I don't know. This was a good show. I thought I had a lot of fun watching this show until that main event came out. AJ signed a contract from Hulk. Dixie came up, tore it up, said get on the team. We'll find out next week what goes on. Because honestly, when I heard about Dixie Carter come out and turn heel on that tape show against AJ and they went back and forth, I read that review, I read the spoiler, I read everything that there was to read, just like everybody else. And I was like, damn, this is going to suck. And I watched it, and it was pretty fucking good. I watched her tonight, and I don't think she had it. She's not Vince. She's talking about being a part of the 1%, basically just saying, like, it's the 1% of rich people in the world that make the 99% of the rest of the world go round and round. If she didn't have all this money, a.k.a. if her parents didn't have all this money, there'd be no TNA. But you know what? There might not be, wrestling on Thursday nights, but she's acting like there's no WWE and there's no Vince McMahon. There's Monday Night Raw. Well, fuck me. I forgot to make a video on that the other day. Saturday Morning Slam just got fucking canceled. Pissing me off a little bit more. You got NXT if you want to watch it. There's Main Event. There's SmackDown. There's the occasional pay-per-view. That's 4 nights of wrestling WWE gives us. There's a reason why not that many people watch Impact. Because there's fucking tons of wrestling in the world. And their show's not the greatest. It's good. I praise them. Almost every week I watch them. I say it's good. But if there was anything else in the world that was going on Thursdays, I probably wouldn't watch it. If this was back in the day with fucking, I don't know, when was NBC have its best Thursday lineup? With Friends and Seinfeld and whatever else the hell filled in this 2 hours of TV, I wouldn't want to watch this shit. I just wouldn't. I want to get my laugh on. Like on Mondays. You got Rules of Engagement. You got Two Broke Girls. No, Rules of Engagement got canceled. They're not there more. How I Met Your Mother. Two Broke Girls. The Mom Show seemed alright. Peace out, everybody. Have fun.